Hey, what's going on? Keith from Trigger Happy. Going to do a owner's review of a Toyota Tundra. Yeah, there's a million reviews out there because this is essentially a 14-year-old truck. So I'm not going to go over packages and options because it's not necessary. I'm going to go over why I think the Tundra is still the best value in half-ton trucks. There are things I do absolutely love about this truck. There are things I don't love about the truck. So we'll hit those points here in a minute. For transparency's sake, this is the second Toyota Tundra I've owned. This is the 5th Toyota pickup I've owned. And this is the 12th Toyota vehicle I've owned. So I've owned a lot. So I am not an impartial type of person. I am a Toyota fan. However, I give an honest review. I've owned both engines, the 4.7 liter and the 5.7. The 4.7 is not worth your time or money. Do not even waste your time on it because it really was a dog. The 5.7, in comparison to, say, the EcoBoost, it does not have the torque. It does not have the power compared to that. But in comparison to other half tons I've driven, it's a pretty decent motor. You know, towing capacity at 10,000 pounds, I've not towed nearly that much. I've towed probably 6,500 and it did fine. On the negative side, it is a gas hog and everyone knows that. You know, are you going to get 20 miles per gallon under any circumstances? Absolutely not. Best I've ever seen is probably 18. And if you're towing something, you're going to probably be in single digits. Now, this is the limited grade trim, which I think is kind of the sweet spot in the Tundra lineup. You get a lot of chrome, you get different wheels, you get a few different options, and you're in for about $45,000 in the 4x4 configuration. I don't think that's too bad. And again, compared to, say, an XLT package in the F-150, or, you know, a mid-grade Sierra, I think you're better equipped on the Tundra, believe it or not. And I'll show some of those things here in a moment. But in terms of engine transmission, this thing will last forever. There's no doubt about that. You can look that up, take it to the bank. It's going to last a super long time. Now, in terms of the cab, is it the largest crew cab? No, but it's darn close. The rear seats are pretty enormous and an adult can sit back here with no problem whatsoever. One thing I dislike in comparison to other trucks, there's no real under seat storage. Now, yes, you can put a few things under here. You know, I mean, I've got some stuff tucked back in here, but in terms of, you know, compartments, it needs that. It should have that, and it does not. But, you know, if you don't store anything under your seats, it's not a big deal. But again, leg room is absolutely enormous, and it's a 60-40 split. Also, I love that the rear window rolls all the way down. That's a feature that more trucks should have, and this one does have. I think that's really nice. I do wish I had a moonroof, but I do not. Bed size, Toyota should offer a long bed with this crew cab. That is not an option, so you're stuck with the 5.5 foot bed. It's okay. One other thing, dual exhaust. If that's an upgrade that you can put on your truck, it sounds so good. So in fact, I think it sounds better than almost any stock truck out there with that dual exhaust option. A few more things that I like and dislike. These seats are Toyota's synthetic leather. They are decent. They're hard to the touch. They're not soft like a true leather would be. Now, these are heated seats. They are not cooled, so you don't have obviously the perforated leather, but they're decent. The Platinum has better seats, better leather, and they're more comfortable, but these are okay, and they're better than cloth. They're much easier to clean. You know, interior wise, a lot of hard plastic. It is definitely dated. There's no doubt about it, but it works. You know, the screen is adequate. The camera is adequate. and it's all right. You know, these steering controls are the same as on, say, like the 4Runner. They're just old school, but it works okay. I do like the fact that it's bucket seats. I like the center console. This is huge. There's tons of room, you know, for your truck gun or whatever else you want to put in there. That is a nice thing. Again, cab space is really, really good compared to, say, a Ram or a F-150. I think it's on par. It's maybe an inch or so shorter, but it's good enough. Stock running boards that come with it are fine. You know, the tires that come with it are trash. There's no, you know, and that's the way with most trucks. They suck. I need to upgrade those for sure. Off-road wise, it's okay. You know, I've taken it on the beach in the sand. I've taken it in plenty of mud. I've taken it in some places that I probably shouldn't have, and it does okay. You know, it's big and it's burly and it's got a decent amount of torque. For having these lousy tires, it's surprisingly decent. Now, it does not have a rear locker. That is not an option. It should be an option, especially with that off-road package. You should be able to add a rear locker, but you cannot. Other things that I like and dislike, the biggest thing, the resale on these trucks is fantastic. You know, I've never gotten hurt on a Toyota product before on resale, and the Tundra is no exception. I've done well selling these trucks. You know, the last one I sold, I did really well, and all the Tacomas I've sold, I've done really, really well. On the other plus side, I think you get more truck. You've got to get an F-150 almost in the Lariat package to get better seats, to get the blind spot warning, to get the adaptive cruise. All that comes standard on this truck. Even in the lowest configuration, you get those things, wherein the F-150, at least in the model year I was looking at, which was 2019, you did not. I think that's, you know, pretty lousy, because you're talking a $55,000 truck, and here you're talking a $46,000 truck, and you're getting those options or those features standard. So to me, it's still a good value. It's worth looking at. The Tundra, it needs a refresh in some areas. It needs better fuel efficiency. It needs a refresh on the interior. But if you're looking for a truck that will last you 10, 15, 20 years and still be worth an okay amount when you're done with it, this is where it's at. So, Keith from Trigger Happy, those are my opinions. You can agree, you can disagree, but they're mine. So thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.